హాయ్ అండి. ఇంకా ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఈరోజు ఫోర్త్ అండ్ ఫిఫ్త్ సిక్స్త్ ఓన్లీ 3 days ఉంది. ఇంకా నీట్ ఎగ్జామ్ May 7 జరిగే ఎగ్జామ్కి ఇంకా ఓన్లీ 3 days ఉంది. అయితే ఈ 3 daysలో ఏ విధంగా స్ట్రాటజీ ఉండాలి, లాస్ట్ మినిట్ స్ట్రాటజీ సబ్జెక్ట్ వైజ్ ఎలా ఉండాలి ఏందనేది శ్రీ చైతన్య గోశాల సెంటర్ నుంచి ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్గా మా టాప్ మోస్ట్ ఫ్యాకల్టీ అంతా కూడా ఒకసారి మీతో ఇంటరాక్ట్ అవుతారు. దీనివల్ల మీరు కూడా మీ పిల్లలకు కానీ లేదా చూసే ఎవరైతే స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళందరికీ కూడా ఉపయోగపడుతున్న ఉద్దేశంతో మేము ఇది చేయటం జరుగుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే డెఫినెట్గా ఈ ఇయర్ శ్రీ చైతన్య గోశాల క్యాంపస్ నుంచి బిలో 10, అలానే బిలో 100, బిలో 1000, బిలో 10,000 సీట్ గెట్టింగ్ కూడా ఈసారి ఎప్పుడు లేని విధంగా ఎక్స్ట్రాడినరీగా ఉండబోతుంది. కాబట్టి మీకు ఒకసారి మా ఫ్యాకల్టీ అంటే బిలో 10 అంటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ 720కి 720 కూడా ఛాన్స్ ఉంది ఈసారి మాకు. అలాగనే ఆల్మోస్ట్ 715 మీద కానీ 710 మీద కానీ చాలా మెంబర్స్ ఉండడానికి ఛాన్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి. కాబట్టి ఒకసారి మా ఫ్యాకల్టీ మీతో ఇంటరాక్ట్ అయితే ఇప్పుడు చూసి ఎవరైతే చూస్తున్నారో ఈ వీడియోని చూస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళందరికీ కూడా ఈ 2 daysలో రాబోయే కమింగ్ 2 daysలో చాలా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. ఎలా ఉండాలి, స్ట్రాటజీ ఎలా ఉండాలి, బాటనీ కానీ జువాలజీ కానీ ఫిజిక్స్ కానీ కెమిస్ట్రీ అనేది అందరికి ఉపయోగపడుతున్న ఉద్దేశంతో ఇది చేయడం జరుగుతుందండి. ఫస్ట్ ఐ యామ్ ఇన్వైటింగ్ అవర్ ద టాప్ మోస్ట్ బాటనీ ఫ్యాకల్టీ రాజేంద్ర సార్. ప్లీజ్ కమ్ సార్ and please say a few words how to go for the NEET as per botany subject.
Hello students, my name is Rajendra and I am botany faculty here. Students, as you know, now you have only 2 days. 2 days means per subject approximately you have 8 hours. So first thing I think you should do is just prepare one small timetable for 2 days. For every subject approximately you are getting 8 hours. So according to 8 hours you can prepare your timetable. In 8 hours what you can read in botany. So let us discuss about botany. Actual preparation may vary from student to student, okay, so there is no fixed format that okay you should follow this, but in botany I think there are many points or examples which are memory based, although most of the subject in biology is actually memory based, but some parts or some points are very confusing or some examples are very confusing. So in last 2 days you can revise those examples or you can focus on difficult areas. If you have prepared short notes, you can focus on short notes also. And if you want to cover complete NCERT, it is also possible, but not by reading. You just have to see those lines in NCERT. Just see those lines, or if you have written some key points on your notebook, or you have written key point on NCERT book, you can scan those points actually. So this in 8 hours you can cover examples, you can cover NCERT diagrams, or you can cover some difficult areas, okay. And second point is you should be relaxed. Second point that you have to focus here is on stress management. You have to control your stress level actually. And in these two days you should focus on proper rest. Sleep is very important, because if you are not sleeping properly, this will create a lot of trouble. Sleep is very important, food is very important, water is very important, and during study you should take proper gap also, okay. It's not like morning to evening you are studying continuously, then it can create a lot of stress. So that water, food, sleep, break, all these things are very important. And then I think you should stop reading on Saturday evening. By Saturday evening you should stop reading on Sunday, because on Sunday your mind should be relaxed. If you are not relaxed, then it will be difficult for you to concentrate in examination hall, okay. So I think by Saturday evening stop reading. It may be by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, okay, then stop reading. You should take proper rest. By Saturday night you should be fresh, okay. On Sunday you should be fresh. By Saturday night you should take proper rest, proper sleep, proper food. Then morning, okay, as usual start your day, okay. After breakfast etc, you will move to examination hall. Your mood should be okay, it should be cool, calm, relaxed, and you should not be tensed actually. Now why we get stressed actually, I'll focus on this point. Why you will get stressed? You will get stressed because most of the time you are thinking about consequences, you are thinking about result, And in result, sometimes students, they think negatively that my result is not good, okay, or I'm getting less marks, I'm getting low rank. So factors like this, they add, they build up, they help in, they are responsible for pressure actually. So that will build up pressure in your mind. So to reduce that pressure actually, stop thinking negatively about yourself, stop thinking negatively about your result. And on examination day, don't skip your breakfast, because your energy level should be optimum. You should have sufficient reserve food, or you should have sufficient glucose in your body, because there is a lot of there are a lot of activities, and your metabolism will increase. Okay, obviously your oxygen demand will increase. So take proper food. Don't skip your food, don't skip your breakfast. I think your exam will start 2 o'clock. So it means before 2 o'clock at least you should have some snacks, because energy, you have to maintain energy level in your body. That is very important. And on exam day, avoid reading. Okay, so you should not read, because it will again help to build up pressure in your mind actually. Okay, so just relax, talk to your parents, talk to your friends, okay, and you should be calm. Okay, that is very important actually. And just conserve your energy for final moment actually. Conserve your energy for final moment. That is very important. And in examination hall, one thing that you should focus, that okay, you have to write your correct roll number on OMR. Okay, so that is be careful there. By chance, if you have bubbled wrong roll number, then you should inform to invigilator there, and they will make some alternative there. Okay, but they will not change your OMR, but okay, they will provide you some solution there. And in examination hall, okay, no need to scan your paper there, that no need to create some opinion about paper, that it is difficult or it is easy, something like this, nothing. Okay, what is your style, how you start your paper? If you are starting with physics, usually if you are starting with physics, go with physics. If you are starting with chemistry, start with chemistry. If you are starting with biology, start with biology. Okay, don't change your strategy at the last moment. Okay, you should not change your strategy. For example, if you are habituated to start your paper from biology, then in last moment you should not start with physics. If you are habituated to start your physics, then last moment you should not start it with biology. Okay, so don't change that strategy, whatever it is. Okay, now next, if paper is in front of you, okay, don't waste your time on questions. Okay, you are reading question, for example, if you are reading, they are asking something, which of the following is correct or incorrect, something like this. Then find out keyword, what is there, find out incorrect, they are asking incorrect, so you should circle that word incorrect. Okay, then read all statement. If you think you can solve this, okay, then mark answers. If you need time to recall answer, okay, answer, you need 30 seconds, 1 minute, that question is for second round. No need to attempt that in first round. You move to next question. Don't sit there with question that what is answer to this question. Don't think like this. Okay, you read question, you know answer, okay, mark answer in OMR sheet. If you don't know, move to next question. So like this, okay, you should move actually. No need to sit there, okay, for one question you are wasting time, 1 minute, 30 seconds or 2 minutes. Don't do like this. Okay, this will waste your time actually. So you can start with physics, you can start with chemistry. It depends on your I think interest, how you are doing this for last 2 years. It depends on that actually. For example, if you have started with biology, then first you should attempt easy questions in biology. Then you have to go to second subject, you have to solve easy question in second subject. Then you have to solve easy question in third subject. Then come for second round. In second round you can start difficult questions. And in examination hall, pressure, you will feel pressure during first 10 minutes, during 5 minutes, during first 10 minutes, you will feel high pressure. Okay, so if you are feeling like that, okay, for the time being, for 5-10 minutes, just wait. Okay, don't bubble answers for 5 minutes, I am saying here, otherwise you have to bubble them okay, simultaneously. But sometimes we feel lot of pressure there. Okay, so if you are feeling like this, you are sweating or something like this, then wait for some time. After 5-10 minutes you can start bubbling that, because it can result in some error, or you can commit some mistake. And second, I'm telling you, you have to read question. If you know answer, okay, mark and move to next question. Don't sit there with question. Sometimes there are ambiguous questions. Okay, if you have solved previous year's paper, then you can see sometimes there are ambiguous question. So if there's an ambiguous question, it will take a lot of time actually. You are confused there. What should I mark? A or B, C or D? So don't waste your time. Move to next question. It has been seen many times that question is wrong. Okay, if question is wrong, it may be possible that question is wrong, you don't know, and you are wasting 5 minutes on that question. Don't do that. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. You just read question. Okay, if you know the answer, mark answer. If you don't know, move to next question. Okay, so you should not waste your time there. You have to be careful. And if you're not wasting time, okay, then you can handle this question paper easily. But if you're wasting lot of time, then again you will be under pressure in last 30 minutes or last 45 minutes. Okay, because you have not you have solved, for example, biology in 1 hour. In 1 hour you solved 1 hour 30 minutes you have solved chemistry. Now you are under pressure, lot of pressure, because you will feel that it is difficult to complete paper. So for that I'm telling you, in first round you should solve easy question, then difficult question in second round or third round. It's like this. And I want to wish you good luck, all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I am going to invite our another botany faculty member, Rohini Gupta ma'am. Please come. Please tell a few strategies for botany.
Sure. My greetings to everyone. Before indicating my students, first of all, I want to talk with the parents, those who are listening to me. Please don't put pressure on your child. Just hold the hand of your child and say that whatever you will get, we are with you. This is a prime thing, because a child is looking into the success by the eyes of the parents or any of the mentor, like as a teacher or as a parent. So I request, build the confidence in your child first of all. Then on the behalf of the student, I want to say this is a time to recognize your strength at the last moment. A good teacher is lying within you. All the members of our faculty or wherever you have learned the subjects, they taught you how to walk. But when to run, when to walk, that you should know within the exam. When the question level is going to be very hard, suppose I am taking 1% probability. If it is going to be very hard, suppose botany you started and it comes out to be very hard for you, then don't take pressure of that botany loss thing into the zoology. And if anything happens still in zoology, don't put pressure on the next subject, chemistry, and don't put on a physics, whatever sequence you have taken, right? So please avoid to put pressure of one subject on the another, and don't feel overconfident as well by the marks what you have scored within the place where you have written your grand test. So balanced approach will work. When you will handle your question, like see, you are about to become a doctor. Enter in your examination hall like a doctor. To handle that question so smartly that nothing should be skipped from you unnoticed. Right? If you mishandle, then you imagine the doctor will be a failure there, na? So just simply handle your situation like a good doctor. Build an attitude of like that, right? And next thing what I want to say practically now, when you are opening your question booklet, you must decide, as per sir said, I add to that point, when you are planning to handle the bio first, go with the bio definitely. And when you are reading the question by question, be sure you are marking on that bubble where your question answer is there. Suppose you are attempting first question, fine, second, fine, but you skip second, third and fourth question and you try to attempt the fifth question. So on the fifth question, bubble should be opposite to that, you can say option. It should not be by mistake on third and fourth. Your one finger should be on a question, one finger should be on the option. So don't miss to bubble incorrectly. So what I mean to say, what you know, at least don't make mistake there. So what is the level of paper, we cannot say so much firmly. That is all predictions what we have observed from the previous years. right? So last time the paper was lengthier, so it can be lengthy. Earlier, like when corona was there, it was much easier. So it is not that much easier, but mixture of all the 5 aggregates, we can say that, right? So but don't lose your what intention you are having for getting the marks till the end of that 3 hours 20 minutes. Build that intensity in you. And how it will come, like you have to revise in that 3 days what is left now. Where you feel confidence, revise that topics again and again. I repeat, sometimes questions are going to be tough, sometimes it is going to be easy. The pressure of the tough question should not be on your easier question. If top ranker, suppose, is missing one question, with the balanced approach, still one question he or she is making mistake. If you will be panic, you will create 5-6 mistakes, and that will create a difference in the ranks, right? So just the balance of mind should be there. No any question or no any subject should disturb your balance of mind. Have a good sleep and even have a good food over there. Listen only to the positive things, right? Listen to your inner teacher. Now everyone has taught you nicely, parents as well as teacher, right? Come out with the best. That is more important, right? What will be the result? That is the next level, right? So next after this, coming to my botany subject, how to learn the topic. What is left now? Learning is obviously not a matter now. Main thing is the revisions. When you are opening NCERT book, right, you will find some black color words which is already given by the NCERT. Don't forget to read that black words, right? And something you have already written on the corners of the book. Don't forget it, because once you are attempting some question, right, the page where you have learned that is in front of you, right? Book is a side, but topic is a separate thing. When you enter the examination hall, na, your 2 years books are there in your mind. But when you are reading a question, that particular topic will be in your front of your mind. That page definitely going to reflect in front of you, on which you are practicing from last 2 years, right? And in the nick of the moment, don't follow any new book, because the print of your book is there in your mind. Keep it as such, right? And don't get bewildered by the rush in the area where you are going to write the paper. All the people around you maybe make you panic. Don't feel panic, and don't forget to take your admit card. Whatever essentials are required, it should be ready one day before. Don't plan it at the nick of time. Do carry it with you, right? Have sufficient water, eat good food, good sleep, and good motivational thing you have to listen and be motivated from inside. All the best, all my aspirants, and I wish your dreams come true. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Now I am going to invite our another topmost zoology faculty, P. Vinod sir, who has given below 10 ranks from last 5 to 6 years in Gosala campus. Please come, sir. Please.
Good afternoon. You are going to write the final examination. First of all, be comfort, all of you. These 2 days, coming 2 days, you will not go through your subject tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Not to revise, not to learn, not to read new things, new points, right? And you are not revising your subject as you are feeling, I may not forget if I will not revise these things within these 2 days. That is not the point here. Just for your revision in these 2 days, coming 2 days, for your fast recollection, at the time of examination. That is the actual purpose why you are going to revise your subject tomorrow and day after tomorrow, for comfort recollection and fast recollection. That is the actual purpose. So, these 2 days particularly you can focus certain aspects, particularly in zoology subject, examples, animal examples, numerical data, statistics in different chapters, some statistical data, pH values, right? Hormones, parasites, such numerical as well as examples and some hormonal functions, symptoms of hormonal disorders, such memory based aspects. You have to focus these 2 days. The conceptual areas, then no chance to forget in these 2 days. So as you practiced, as you understood your conceptual subject areas, you will not forget. Comfortably you can recollect, you can deal any question based on conceptual areas. So you have to focus on the memory areas, right? So be comfort in your revision. Particularly diagrams and labeling. Say for example, I want to give you a few examples regarding diagram based. For example, in biodiversity and conservation, there are some pie diagrams, right? Vertebrate pie diagram, plants pie diagrams, animal pie diagrams. When you go through such a diagram based questions and labeling, definitely you will be more confident, because in some academic years, some questions based on diagrams. So go through diagrams and labeling, particularly animal examples from the kingdom Animalia. Director, what is the animal? The name of the animal, you have to recognize the given animal. And if the option is given related to features of that animal, first of all you have to recognize the given animal. Then you can answer the question, whether the question is about the identification of the animal or related feature, characteristic feature, right? Say for example, in organic evolution, there is a family tree of dinosaurs. You must revise the names of the given dinosaurs in that schematic representation. So you must go through those diagrams. Say for example, the skull diagram, human skull diagram in in the human anatomy chapter. When you go through the diagram human skull, easily you can find out frontal bones, parietal bones, temporal bones or occipital bone. But there is some labeling in the skull diagram, such as sphenoid bone, ethmoid bone. So you have to recognize such bones. So you must focus on such labeling regarding human anatomy as well as animal anatomy. These are the areas comfortably you can revise these 2 days, right? At the time of examination. Most of the students doing mistakes in statement model questions. Almost all 0 mistakes regarding multiple choice MCQ. Multiple choice question, 0 mistakes almost. But statement model questions, some students are doing mistakes in statement model questions, particularly in biology subjects. Actually, you can handle these questions very comfortably based on given options. Sometimes you may not have clear-cut idea about a particular statement out of 4 statements or 5 statements or 3 statements. Even though you may not have clear idea about a particular statement, but with the help of another statement in the same question, by eliminating the options without spending much time on the question, by eliminating the options regarding that particular question, you can answer within known time, within less time, you can do the question correctly. So, don't spend much time on the particular statement where there is some doubt. If you are unable to decide whether the statement is true or false, you need not spend much time on that particular statement. So take the help of other statement. You can understand another statement and you can decide another statement whether it is right or wrong. 100% you can decide. Then based on that statement you can eliminate the options very easily. If there is no possibility to eliminate the options based on your known statement, then you can leave the question in first round. In second round, you can come back, then you can think based on your subject knowledge. This is one of my suggestions. Another one, you should not apply your own subject knowledge if the question is given based on the sentences that are given in NCERT textbook directly. You need not apply your own subject knowledge and a thinking process. First of all, you have to focus on the question or statement or option. Yes, okay, this is the question directly taken from NCERT sentences. The statement is given from NCERT textbook directly. Then you can recollect the statement from the textbook, then you can answer. You need not apply your subject knowledge. In some cases, if you try to apply your subject knowledge, you may mislead. Because the question or statement directly taken from NCERT sentence. So in such case, you need not apply your own subject knowledge and application. When you have to apply your own thinking, understanding of subject, when you have to think about the question, when you have to apply your own subject knowledge, if the question or statement is given indirectly or application model question, then you can apply your subject knowledge. Then you can think. Otherwise, most of the questions in biology, most of the questions will be directly from NCERT textbook, NCERT sentences. So, it is the process of recollecting the sentences from NCERT textbook. So, when you read the question, exact meaning of the question, when you read all the 4 options, just recollect the sentences, the points, then select the correct answer. But you must go through all the 4 options. When you go through the question completely without preoccupied mind, here I want to clear what is preoccupied mind. You exposed several question papers in your practice these 2 years. You exposed to several questions, several examinations, right? So in public examination, when you are reading a particular question, after reading 50% of the question, you may feel, yes, okay, this is the known question to me, and I practiced several times this question, and I exposed this question in my internal examination practices. So you may conclude the answer after reading 50% of the question. So that is nothing but preoccupied mind. So even though you will feel there is a known question, you must read the question completely. Then the question may be in a reverse process, reverse direction, or any term given in that sentence, in that question, at the end of the question, or after your first portion of the question, there may be a change in a single word. Based on that, the answer will be changed. So, don't read the question or options or any statement with preoccupied mind. So, you must read the question clearly and options clearly. Once you feel, yes, this is the second option is the right answer, say for example, then you must check the remaining options. First option, third option, fourth option, you must check. Then you can strike off the unrelated options. Then you can select your answer. You can move to next question. So these two aspects are very important while doing the examination. Don't read the questions or options with a preoccupied mind, and even though you will conclude one answer, you must go through remaining three options and strike off the unrelated options. Then you can stick on to the correct answer. Then you can move to next question. Wish you all the best. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Now I am going to invite our senior most, topmost lecturer, VRK sir. Please come, sir. Sir has given so many ranks, so many below 10 ranks from last 5 years, 6 years in NEET examination.
Good evening, good afternoon to everyone. Very nice to talk to you. First of all, let me wish you all the best for the exam. And whenever you are writing exam, you should realize one thing. It is a one-shot exam, not like IIT mains, where a student will have another opportunity to write or to better himself or herself. You don't have any other opportunity. There's only one chance. And if you could not do well, automatically you have to wait for one more year. So, for that very basic thing is you should keep yourself very calm, quiet. Mentally you should be very strong. If you're not mentally strong, then automatically then you start losing confidence in the examination hall. Because whatever the work you did, some of you might be working for the past 4 years, let us say 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. You've been concentrating on this medical program, and some of you are concentrating very seriously for the last 2 years. Whatever the work you are going to do, it's going to give a result or yield in the, let us say for example, on May 7th between 2 to 5:30 p.m. So you should be very, very, very mentally strong, mentally stable, and you should not be deactivated by any person or anything. Like somebody might be disturbing you, don't get deviated, be very cool. So then automatically, and one more thing is, never think of what could be the result. Because what could be the result, nobody knows. Even let's say there's a T20 match is going on, nobody can say who is really the winner. Well, a lot of betting is going on. So without writing exam, you can't come to a conclusion that I'll be doing very well or I may not be able to do very well. It's not the correct approach. So be very cool, and try to attempt only those questions that are very familiar to you. Why I am particular about this thing? I mean, let us say, out of 45 questions you are supposed to answer, even if you could answer around 35 questions, I said you can excuse for about 10 questions. Even if you could answer for about 35 questions, 35 into 4, it is coming out to be around 140, and 4 into 140, that means around 560, you are in a comfortable medical college. So scoring 35 questions after studying for about 2 years or 3 years, I don't think it will be difficult. But only thing is, you may lose even much more marks based on your mental ability or mental balance. So you are supposed to keep your mental balance very quiet. That's what the earlier teachers also emphasized, that you should take good food and you should have good rest, and you should not indulge in any unwanted discussion. You should not deviate from mind. Let us say in the last moment somebody said this topic is very important. Have you read this? So automatically a thought will come to your mind. I have not read this topic, what happened? Nothing will happen. What happens if you could not read a topic? What happens? See, in that topic, you can't expect 10 questions or 20 questions. In that topic, hardly one question will be coming, and even if that one question is lost, your seat is not lost. Unnecessarily, if you concentrate on that particular one question discussion, your total mental equilibrium is lost. So you have to maintain a very cool balance in the exam. As earlier teacher said, the first half an hour is very crucial when the exam started. When the exam started, so much of turbulence is going on in your mind. What to do, what not to do, how the paper will be, all those things will be there. But once you started writing the paper, and you will forget the even surroundings also, it will become very normal. So keep yourself very, very quiet in the exam and try to have a good sleep on the day of exam. When I say good sleep, not sleeping for 10 hours. Say reasonable sleep for about 6 hours or 6.5 hours. And don't indulge in unnecessary discussion that can disturb your equilibrium. So this is a basic thing you should know. And another point you should concentrate, try to return the OMR sheet in time. That's very important. Let us say you are working in studying in some college. There, the person who is going to invigilate might be very familiar to you. You got addicted to giving the OMR sheet late by 5 minutes or so. If that get a habit, and in the exam, they will not receive the paper, even though you may be getting the question paper late. There are many occasions where you will be given a question paper late, but still they will be taking the question paper in time. So maintain this pattern of giving the OMR sheet back in time. That is very important. So these are the few things that I would like to take about the examination center. And as far as chemistry is concerned, so much of rumors, so much of unwanted things will be going on in the mind or in the society, whatever it may be, but don't believe them. You should have a balanced approach. Let us say, as far as organic chemistry is concerned, you may be getting around 10 to 11 questions or 12 questions. As far as physical chemistry is concerned, around 15 to 16 questions. Inorganic chemistry, around 15 to 60 questions. You have general chemistry, like polymers, biomolecules, all those things, around 10 questions. So never go to the examination hall with a preoccupied mind, feeling that there will be more questions coming from organic chemistry, more numericals will be there, more assertion reason will be there. Point you should remember, when the paper is difficult, it is not only difficult for you, it is difficult for the entire country people. So you need not worry about that. So if you develop a virus in your mind of your own without somebody injecting virus into your mind, then automatically you are the sufferer. So please try to be as much cool as possible and try to read all the 4 options. Only when you read all the 4 options clearly, then only you may be able to get the correct answer. After reading second option, if you say, okay, I got the answer, when compared to second option, fourth option could be a better answer. When you say multiple choice question, you are supposed to go for the best one. The best one might be lying in the fourth option, and you are going to end only with the second option. That means you are going to carry another minus 5 marks. That becomes very, very dangerous. So you have to be very planned. When I said you can attempt around 35 questions, 35 into 4, roughly if you take it around 140 questions, easily you can say you can complete your question paper much within the time. No panic at all. Only thing is, when you are writing, when you are answering the question paper, Make sure that if option 1 is not correct, just strike it off. Option 2 is not correct, strike it off. Option 4 is not correct, strike it off. Then if option 3 is correct, put a tick. Then try to bubble it very carefully. Bubbling is important. So few things you should remember. And don't get deviated by the surroundings which is present around you. The invigilators may be talking, they might be talking something nonsense, or some disturbance will be there. Outside there might be some program is going on, some music will be coming. So try to concentrate on that. And in between, never make an attempt to go for washroom or something. Because the campus where you are writing exam, you know where the toilets are there, you can easily identify them. Suppose you are given a center, some medical college or some engineering college is there. It's a huge campus. Toilets will not be just beside you. You have to go there for about 2 minutes, coming back. In the meanwhile, sometimes you may forget where your room is. Automatically some panic will develop. So these are the things that you have to think. See, if you try to observe my speech, I concentrated only on one point, keeping your mind very calm. And I also request the parents who are listening to me, don't put any pressure on your child. Let it be, whatever happens is gone. Now you can't just change, or you can't bring complete change in half an hour time or 2 days time or 3 days time. Keep your child very calm, quiet for the next 72 hours or so, then automatically things will be very, very bright for you. And I wish you all the best. God bless you. Take care. Be happy. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Now I am going to invite our another topmost faculty member, Ravikiran sir. Please come, sir. He is chemistry lecturer.
Hello everyone. NEET exam is very close now. I know many students have fears, worries and anxieties in their mind. But remember one thing, as earlier teacher said, if you go with the exam hall with this tension mind, then definitely you will not perform up to your full potential. That is for sure. So at this stage, state of mind is much more important than anything. It is of primary importance. The content, information, whatever you are already having in mind, that is of secondary importance. Don't try to increase that content now. Whatever you have, with that if you perform up to your full potential, you will definitely get very good rank. Okay? Have faith in yourself. And don't try to gain this content and information. Sometimes some of you might be feeling that 1 or 2 chapters are left. Okay, I will cover these chapters in these 2 days and I will go to the exam. You may be feeling that. But trust me, if you study like this till the last day, then on the last day when you go to the exam, your mind will not function properly. Because this tension, you may have covered this syllabus, but the tension which is there in the mind will not allow you to perform properly. Even most obvious questions also, you will do mistakes. Some most read things also, you will not recollect from your memory. Afterwards you may recollect, after the exam you may recollect. But what is the point? If you can't recollect them in the examination hall, it is a waste. So last stage preparations, don't read any new chapters now. Whatever you have studied before, revise that only. If any weaknesses are there, bridge that weaknesses. To know such weaknesses, first go through the practice papers, whatever you have written till now. You must have written some practice papers. You might have done many mistakes in that. Go through those mistakes. What mistakes you have done? It may be calculation mistake sometimes. It may be conceptual mistake. Then what concept went wrong? Go through it. So like that, bridge all the weaknesses in the concept. Sometimes you might have done mistake in the misreading the question. So learn from all those things. Remember what mistakes you have done and don't repeat those mistakes in the final exam. So if you're done like this, then definitely you will get very good rank. And one more thing, in these last 2 days, some thoughts will come in your preparation, like how paper will come, will it come easy or difficult? Suppose if it is difficult and if I don't perform well, then should I do long term? So if long term, which institute, all these are unnecessary thoughts. So don't take your mind into these thoughts. When you find yourself you are into these thoughts, immediately come back and concentrate on the studies. After the exam you can think whatever you want, but not now. So not only that is a waste of time, these thoughts, this will increase unnecessary tension inside you. So don't go into this. And when it comes to NCERT, see in chemistry, you already know NCERT reading is very much important. And if you have already read, and don't revise each and every line now, because there is not much time left. So what you can do, take important points from NCERT, especially the bold words are there, the thick black color letters will be there in the NCERT. Go through them. Wherever such words are found, organic chemistry or inorganic or physical, don't leave them. Those are very important. That's why they are kept in bold. And also see all the illustrations and solved examples given in NCERT. In physical chemistry, when you are reading them, all these solved examples, some questions might be very difficult mathematically, but see the model, what is the procedure they are following, or feel that can I do this problem. Like this, go through all the illustrations and solved examples given in NCERT. And all the graphs, don't leave any graph. See all the graphs given in NCERT. And when it comes to organic chemistry, look into the all named reactions. So named reactions, what is the reagent used and what is the reactant, substrate involved, and what happens, what product is formed. Just go through those named reactions, they are very important, like aldol, canizero, like this. And also identification test, phenol, what we have to use to identify it, aldehyde, alcohol. So identification tests also important. And oxidizing reagents and reducing agents. So LiLH4 will do what? NABH4 will do what? Catalytic hydrogenation will work on what? So all these reducing and oxidizing agents also you revise properly. And when it comes to inorganic chemistry, in groups, there are many orders will be there in each and every group. Ionization energy order, electron affinity, electronegativity, atomic sizes, where it will increase and decrease. And in S block, solubility orders, stability orders. All these you just go through it once. It is not possible to go through every line of NCERT at this stage. That's why I am telling these important points, at least you have to revise once again. Because if you read once, you may not recollect immediately. If you revise once again these points, you will easily recollect in the final exam. And on the day of examination, reach to the examination hall early. So don't reach at the exact time. If you reach at exact time, the tension which is there, because you are in hurry to reach there, so the tension will affect your examination performance also. So reach early, go there and sit. And try not to talk with others, because if you talk with others, they will express their tension to you also. Okay, so stay calm and sit in your place. And observe your state of mind, because as earlier teachers said, the beginning 20 to 30 minutes is very important during the examination. If your mind is stable and calm and attempt properly, then that momentum which created in the first 30 minutes will carry over, and you will finish the entire paper. You will give your best in the entire paper. So first 30 minutes is very important. So when you are beginning the paper, observe your mind. If it is not calm, if it is in fear, worry, anxiety, then you have to bring down to the normal state. That can be brought down to the normal state by using your breath. So close your eyes before the examination and observe your breath. If it is short and very fast, then your mind will not be cool, calm at that state. So you have to make it deep and slow. When your breath is deep and slow, automatically your mind also will be calm and it will perform to its best. So observe your breath for 2 minutes at least. Observe, don't control it, observe. Just inhalation and exhalation. For just 2 minutes you observe. Then you will see that your mind automatically comes to a normal state, calm state, stable state. So with that state, if you open the paper and attempt, then you will definitely perform positively in the first 30 minutes, and that positiveness will take over the next rest of the time in examination time. And as earlier teachers said, when you are attempting the paper, remember, suppose if there is a statement based questions are there, which of the following is incorrect statement or correct statement, read all the options. Without reading all the 4 options, do not decide, do not conclude. Many times what happens after reading first option, you may feel that this is correct option. You will immediately bubble that without reading other 3 options, because you want to save time, you want to utilize this time somewhere else, so immediately go to the next question. But many times what happens, when you go up to when you go to the 4th option, then you may realize that this 4th option is more correct than the first option. So once you realize, okay, then you will change your decision. So do not conclude by just reading the one option. Read all the 4 options. It will not work for numerical based questions where numbers are there, but statement based questions, wherever it is there, it will work. So read that. And also while bubbling, sometimes students do some questions, 20-30 questions, then at the end they will start bubbling. Suppose if botany paper is there, after that they will start bubble all the botany questions. Zoology, when it is over, they will start bubbling. Don't do that. Immediately bubble. Once you answer, once you get the answer, immediately bubble. And while bubbling, remember one thing, if you leave certain question, suppose 26th question is hard, you left it. In OMR sheet also, you have to leave that row. Don't fill into that row. It will create the problem for the rest of the paper. And as earlier teacher said, see this paper, suppose if you, some difficult questions are there, if you face some difficult questions, then let's say you are spending 5 minutes in that difficult question. Then what will happen, its impact will be there on the easy questions which come later on. So at the end of the paper, if you go towards the end of the exam, you may not find sufficient time to answer certain easy questions, which you would have done actually, but there is no time. Due to lack of time, you have to leave certain questions. So it happened because you have answered some difficult questions in the beginning and you have wasted certain time there. That's why at the end you did not get sufficient time for easy questions. So what you have to do, first around in 1 hour 40 minutes or 1 hour 45 minutes time, you answer all questions which are doable, easy, one formula based questions in all subjects, botany, zoology, chemistry and physics. You answer all questions. If you find any questions which is difficult or which needs second reading, sometimes if you read the question you don't understand, it demands second reading. When you find certain questions are difficult questions, then mark those questions and keep on doing like this in the first round. So once this first round is over, then come back to the circled questions which you have marked. In the rest of the time you handle these questions. Suppose at the end of the exam, due to lack of time, you have to leave certain questions. You will be leaving only difficult questions, not easy questions. So this is the right way of strategy to attempt the exam paper. I hope all these points will help you, and I wish all of you very best on the behalf of Sri Chaitanya. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I am going to invite our another topmost physics faculty, Paul Mitraji. Please come, sir.
Hello future doctors of our country. So after 2 days you are going to write the NEET exam, which is considered one of the most valued competitive exams of our country, and by clearing this exam you are going to be a part of one of the most sacred, you can say respectable, powerful professions mankind has ever seen, that is that of a doctor, right? But as the saying goes that with great power comes great responsibilities. So in order to become a doctor, and that too a successful one, you should have some qualities in you. Now what are those qualities? You should be level-headed, right? You should be able to handle undue pressures, you should be able to keep your head calm. Now this thing you should start right now, okay, now onwards. So when you are going to write your NEET exams, now just 2 days being left, I'll be sharing a few important points which I feel that will be beneficial for you if you follow them definitely. And you have to keep your head calm, steady, okay, as I use the word level headed, right, and don't panic. The 2 years, the last 2 years, what all efforts you have been putting, okay, wherever you studied, whichever institute you were a part of, right, all the books that you studied, the numerous exams that you give during your preparation, all these, your efforts, now this is the right time that they will bear fruits and you are going to enjoy the fruits, okay. So don't panic at all. When you will reach the exam hall, I am very sure you will see that the paper, the NEET paper, it will be very easy. So if you face the exam with a happy mindset, then obviously the things that you are going to face, they will appear easy. But if you panic, then you may, on seeing the paper, just before reading the paper also, you may think that it's going to be very tough, and on doing so, once you go through the paper, you will definitely be committing a lot of mistakes, okay. So don't panic, right. Now first of all, I would like to tell you that since 2 days are left, what you need to do and what you should not do during these 2 days. So first of all, whatever you studied, that's done. Now don't study anything new, right. As far as physics is concerned, since I am a teacher of physics, so I will be guiding you about that first, that you all by this time you would be having collection of formulas with you, okay. If not, you can Google it or you can get it from a nearby shop, you can get it very easily, 5 to 6 page formula sheets. So you can just turn the pages, you can go through the formulas. Might be possible that during your final preparations you skipped some of the points or some formulas, they have somehow been missed by you while you were preparing. So in that formula book you can easily look into that and that will help you a lot, okay. Now apart from this, as you know that questions do come from NCERT. NCERT is important, but you don't have time now to read the entire NCERT book. So what I would suggest is that at the end of every chapter you will see there is a part given as summary, right. So the summary part, kindly go through the points mentioned in the summary, okay. You can use a fluorescent marker along with you, just while reading, just you keep on marking it. So as your pen will move, obviously the things will go to your brain, okay. So I am not asking you to study new things, just the summary part, just you can go through along with a fluorescent marker, clear. So that is very important. Apart from this, have a sound sleep. Don't try to starve yourself, okay. Don't try to stay awake the whole night before the exam, that tomorrow is exam, what should I do. As I said, that get rid of your tensions first. So the last night have a proper sleep so that you can get awake in the morning quite early, right. Spend quality time with your family members, involve yourselves each other in some friendly conversation, having some humor content in it, okay, so that your mind remains relaxed. You can also listen to some light music also, that will also definitely help. Apart from that, as we know, in our body there is a hormone called dopamine. So that dopamine, which is also known as the feel good hormone, okay, feel good hormone. And when we are feeling good and we do something, so we will see that we can get results beyond our expectation. So to release the hormone, what we should do is, there are certain types of foods or certain activities, okay, they help in releasing this hormone. One is you should have a balanced diet, right, you should have a sound sleep. Then there are also some foods, just like a bit of chocolate you can say that you can have. So that will also help you in releasing or relieving you from the undue stress, that may result during your preparation. It might have come and you might be panicking, right? So to get rid of that, you can use this particular thing. Now, on the day of exam, when you are going to give the exam, obviously it will be during the afternoon. So please don't starve yourself. I'm again telling, don't starve, don't be dehydrated. Always try to hydrate yourself or keep yourself hydrated by having some juice or something, right? And before time, quite before time, reach the center. You can reach say 2 hours earlier also. Okay, so to avoid any last moment rush and everything, to find your exam center, exact room which is going to be your seat and all those things, that will be means you will be tension free. Okay, so now once you enter into the exam hall, what should be your mindset? First of all, you should go with this mindset that this paper is going to be very easy. I have put a lot of effort, I have full faith in myself, I know, I believe in God also, I will definitely give my 100%, I am going to give my best shot. So when you enter with this attitude, half the battle is won. Okay. Now comes the paper. So the paper, as you know, that it's of 3 hour duration. Okay, with 1 hour dedicated for botany, zoology, 1 hour for physics, 1 hour for chemistry. In general, we go by that way. Now, like other sirs have also and ma'am has also said, that whatever strategy you have been following earlier while you were preparing for NEET exam, you were giving different exams, so you would be following a particular type of strategy that yes, I'll start the paper with say physics or with say botany or with say zoology, whatever is that, you will stick to that only, okay, because you have been in practice of that, right? So once you start that, okay, keep it in mind that suppose I start with physics, right? So 1 hour, as soon as that 1 hour is completed, I will immediately move on to the next section. I will not stop over there. Why so? Because if you give extra time over there, then what will happen? The other subjects, they will get affected. And you know, at the last moment, you will always get troubled by seeing questions when you are in a hurry. Okay? So first of all, you need to do that. Now, when you have started that particular section of your choice first, then keep on moving, seeing the questions, look at the options properly, select, and you will by the first glimpse come to know whether it is an easy question or it is a tough question. If it is an easy question, don't be overconfident, okay, extra happy that how easy it is. No, read all the 4 options and see that what you have solved is matching with one of the options of that question or not. If there is any ambiguity, for example, you got a particular option, you are seeing that option is there, but there are chances that another option can also be correct. So immediately circle that question and leave and move forward. Okay, don't start fighting over there with that question. Okay, so again, if you start fighting, you will get tired and that will affect the other parts of the paper. Okay, leave that question, move forward. So when you move in this way, you will be seeing that say in around 40 or 45 minutes, you have completed ample number of questions of that section, and you know that yes, whatever I have done in this part, I am confident that they are right, right? So after that, you still have 15 minutes. So if you feel that no, rest of the questions are a bit tough, why not go to the next section? Definitely you can go to the, you can switch to the next section in that time only. But don't cross the 1 hour time. That's what I am saying. You can leave the section early, but don't leave it late. Okay, that thing should be kept. Now in this way, tackle all the sections. Okay, after doing that, in the end you will be left with a lot of time to deal with the difficult questions. Fine. Now one more thing. Like I was telling, that suppose I started with physics and I selected a few questions and I saw that yes, these I am getting answers also, and I have solved them, and difficult ones I have circled, I have left it for later, right? The questions that you have solved, now go on bubbling them immediately. the questions which you are confident of, you know that yes, I know, I believe in myself that this is going to be correct, you bubble it. But see that it is bubbled properly. It should not be that the 5th question bubble has been in super excitement, you marked it in 6th or 7th. Okay, please take care of that. And apart from that, once you have bubbled those sections, the questions which came in your way and you saw that you were not able to solve it or the calculation became a bit lengthy, what to do? You were doing some rough work, obviously, then only you came to know that this is a bit difficult or a bit lengthy. So in that rough work itself, do mention the question number. For example, the 15th question, I am struggling to find the answer. I have done the calculation part, but I have to recheck it and all. So I will mark 15th question there and put a star over there. So that when you have a collection of such questions, in the end, when you are going through the rough work, you will come to know that yes, this part, in this particular question, I was stuck over here, right? Otherwise, if you don't mark the questions, you just randomly you write something here, something there, then at the moment when you are in requirement of that or in need of that, you may not be able to search it or find it. That happens, okay? You would have seen, it happens to us generally, to all human beings. So please take care of that. Regarding physics, 1 or 2 important points I would like to suggest or give as tips. What is that? Every year they will ask at least a question which is based on unit and dimensions. What I am trying to say over here is, you will see that there would be a question which would be having options in the form of some physical expression. Right, physical expression or physical formula. Means I am taking an example, like you know the formula time period 2 pi under root L by G, just as an example. Okay, so this is a physical relation or formula that is given. Now you will see that in that question there will be 4 options and all the 4 options will be containing the same physical quantities or same terms, but they have been jumbled. In one it is in numerator, in one it is in denominator, somewhere it would be in under root. So you should immediately think that this question, instead of solving it by a concept of physics, what to do? We have to check it whether it is correct dimensionally or by units. The expression which they are asking in the question, and see the 4 options that you are having, which of them is having the same unit or dimension as that being asked. This is very, very important. Clear? So this type of question you can easily tackle and you can quickly rule out the wrong options, then you will get one of them will be dimensionally correct, so you will get the correct one. Clear? This thing. Second thing, since physics involves a lot of numericals means there would be calculations, so they will intentionally put some questions where they will test your calculation, how you can calculate and take approximations. You will see that the data sometimes they will give you full of decimal places, or in the calculation part you will be getting product or ratio of 2 or 3 numbers having decimal places. So there you have to be witty, you have to act smart. What you need to do, for example, you have a data like 19.79, you will immediately take it as 20, take it approx as 20. Sometimes students struggle with the value of pi. Okay, you can use some approximations I will be telling before you, like the value of pi square, you can take it as 10. That means whenever you get in an expression, suppose you are getting under root 10, under root 10 you can take as pi, which you can also approximate as 3. This is one approximation. When we take say some constants, important constants we use in physics, like universal gravitational constant, you all know about that. Okay, 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 11. Students try to use that. Instead of using 6.6, try to use 20 by 3. Okay, so this will help you. The calculation will become easy. Universal gas constant. Ask anyone, pat comes the reply 8.314. Why to take 8.314? Instead, you use 5 by 3. 25 by 3, sorry, 25 by 3. So that will make the calculation easier. So these type of approximations when you make in physics, you will see that you will be able to get to the answer super fast compared to the students who are not aware of this. Okay, so this is one very important point. And one more point that I would like to add is, you will get questions which are based on assertion reason, like other teachers also have told you. So I'll add one thing over there. Assertion reason or theoretical questions Okay, so in theoretical questions, generally they will ask you like which of the following is true or false or correct and incorrect. So that word true, false, correct, incorrect, they will always mark in bold. So please look into that properly what they have asked. Are they asking for the correct one or they are asking for the incorrect one, right? Now coming to assertion reason, or that is statement type, you will be having two statements, statement 1, statement 2. Now what is the general trend for so many years is that they will give two statements 1 and 2 and then they will give the options. Now generally what is the mindset of students, they have seen everywhere it is given first option, statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is correct and statement 2 explains 1. Okay. So if suppose you have read the statement 1 and statement 2 and you know that yes, statement 2 is correct, 1 is correct and it is explaining also. But in a hurry, suppose you have ticked option 1, might be possible nowadays what they are doing, they will put it as the last option. Option 4 they will say statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is correct, statement 2 explains 1. And in statement 1 they will say statement 1 and 2 both are false. But you have been continuously reading that yes, earlier in books I have read that 2 explains 1, both are correct, this always comes in first option. So you will commit a mistake there. So keep your eye fixed on all the 4 options, the words specially written correct, incorrect, assertion, reason. Okay. One last point regarding assertion reason I would tell is, many times students ask this thing that how can we know whether this assertion or reason type question, the reason explains the assertion or not, or assertion is being explained by the reason or not. How to know this? So you always first see the reason part. So the reason that is given, read that statement and try to think by whatever you have studied in physics that from this reasoning part can I get any case where that assertion part is coming or it is a part of. If you are able to think of any such situation, then immediately you can say that yes, reason is explaining the assertion. Okay. So this will be one point that you have to take care of. And lastly, once you have completed the paper, you have some time left, now you are just analyzing the difficult questions and whatever you can do, still at the end also don't lose your hope, don't panic, think that yes, now also the difficult also I am able to tackle, I know I can do it. You will attempt them. You have seen properly that in the rough you have marked the question number where you were doing the calculation. Once you have seen all these things, you will be easily able to solve. Don't go for random guesses, because random guesses can give you negative marking and that will obviously make you get a rank which will be much lower. Please don't go for that. Okay. And final thing, once you have done the paper, don't discuss anything with anyone. There would be a lot of crowd surrounding you before the exam hall also or outside also. Don't be tempted by what other people are saying before the exam, during the exam hall, what all is going on all around you. Nothing. You just focus on your paper. You are going to write this paper only for yourself. You are going to become a doctor to serve the mankind. It's the profession that you are going to choose for yourself, okay, not for the sake of others. So this is your decision. So you should be focused on that. Think that I have to clear it, okay. What others are saying, that hardly matters. So I believe that what all points I just shared, that would prove to be beneficial for you. Go and give your best shot and best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And I am going to invite our another physics faculty, Tulasirimad Narwal sir. Please come, sir. TRD, sir.
Hello everyone, So all of you are dreamed to become a doctor 2 years back or maybe earlier. So now the day has arrived. On 7th May, you can fulfill your dreams to become a doctor. So what to do and what not to do, I will discuss some important tips. So first I will tell you in these 2 days what you have to revise. You have to revise all the formulas, and you know all the formulas of physics is only in 4 to 5 pages. So that can be easily revised in 2 hours or 1 hour. Okay. So in remaining time in 2 days what you will do? So you have to revise your classroom notes of some particular important chapters. Like in physics, you have to revise first electrostatics, after then capacitor, potential, after then current electricity. Complete it is a unit. All 3 chapters are very important, and at least you will see 6 to 7 questions from these 3 chapters. Okay. After then you have to revise EMI and AC. This is also in first book of NCERT, and along with electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave is a very simple chapter, and in this you have to revise particularly wavelength order of the waves, radio wave to X-ray and gamma ray. You have to revise that order. Okay. After then you have to revise unit and dimension, and motion in straight line, motion in plane. This is in 11th class. After then you have to revise modern physics. It is very simple, and 2 chapters of modern physics is in chemistry also. So it will help you in chemistry also, right? And finally heat and thermodynamics. So you have to revise these particular chapters at least in these 2 days, and not only formulas. Or earlier I told you, you have to revise your classroom notes of these particular chapters. Okay. Now, how to solve the paper? So in the exam hall, when you started, suppose first you started geology, after then botany, after then chemistry, and finally physics. Now in physics, which question you have to solve first? So yes, all of you know that easy question we have to solve, but easy means what? Easy is different for everyone. So easy question means just by reading the question, you are very clear solution of this question is completely in your mind. That is easy question for you. But this easy question also is two types. One is that it is only one step question, theoretical question maybe, or maybe just formula based question. In formula based only values are given and you have to put the values in that particular formula, you will get answer. That is one step question. So you have to solve only those questions in first attempt. This is very, very important. Okay, you read the question and you got the solution also. Solution is in your mind, but you know that this solution has at least 2-3 steps. Means direct values are not given. First you have to calculate a particular quantity, then you have to put it in formula. After then you will get answer. Means it is 2-step question. So you do not have to attempt that 2-step question in first attempt. Okay. So this is very, very important, that if you will do like that, 1-step question and theoretical question will consume only your 50 second, 40 second or maximum 1 minute. It will not consume more than that. So suppose in 20 to 25 minutes you read all 45 to 50 question of physics. Okay, because just in reading the question only takes 10 to 12 seconds, not more than that. So in 25 minutes you read all the question of physics and you got that these 25 are easy, other 20 question are 2-step question and 5 question are those in which I am not getting any idea. to any idea, then you have to left that particular questions. Means it is difficult for everyone, not only for you. So you solved 25 question, after then in next round, and you spent only 25 minutes there. So in next round, now you can solve those 2-step questions. In that only you will consume maximum 90 second or 100 second or 120 second, means 2 minutes maximum. Okay, so if you will do like that, so in already 25 minutes you consumed, right? So if you are taking suppose 1.5 minute average for each question, so you can solve 20 question in 30 minutes. So 20 question you can easily solve in 30 minutes, right? So if you will divide this paper like that, so in 50 minutes how many question is solved? At least 40 question. And you know, you solved only those questions which are easy. Means chances of negative is very less. So suppose if 36, 37, 38, 39 question are correct, then think about the marks. Your marks is greater than 140, 145, right? So solve paper like this, then you will feel confidence in the exam hall. You will not get demotivated. Why? Because continuously you are solving the question and you are getting the answer. This is the biggest point. Okay. Now some important points. Generally student what they do, they fill the option in last. But what I am suggesting you, this is very, very important. According to biology of our body also, how? Suppose first you solved biology, zoology and botany. So in that portion, how many questions you attempted? Suppose you attempted 70 question, 75 question, 80 question, 85 question. Okay. So first fill those question. First bubble those question. So when you will bubble after 1 hour or after 1 hour 20 minutes, so in bubbling it will take almost 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. So in this time only you will bubble, you are not solving any question. So you will feel relaxed. So you relaxed yourself and you utilize the time also, right? So now you will start chemistry by fresh mind. Biology is not running in your mind because you taken 2 or 3 minute rest. Okay. Now complete the chemistry portion. Chemistry portion also numericals are involved in chemistry. So you have to complete chemistry portion according as I told in physics. Similar way, first you have to attempt first step question, direct formula based theoretical question, and after then you have to attempt second step question. Okay. So after again 1 hour you have to fill the bubble for chemistry section. Chemistry section bubble completed. Okay. After then, so 2 hour or 2 hour 20 minute or 10 minute or 5 minute completed. You completed biology, you completed chemistry, and you fill the bubble also, right? So at the time of filling bubble you will feel relaxed, refreshed. So you will start physics by fresh mind. This is the biggest point that you have to do. So when physics started and how to start the physics, how to solve the question of physics, that I already explained you. Okay, and take care of option elimination method also. Suppose you have time, you are not getting anything in the question, then you have to read the option. Just after reading the question, always see the option, because sometime after just see the option we get idea that yes, I think that I have to apply that formula, like that you will think. Okay, to always see the options. Okay, and sometime when you will check the option, so you will find that no need to calculate other options, only this one is correct. You will find like that. Okay, and finally I say you all the best, because this is the day has arrived when your dreams will be fulfilled. Okay, best of luck, all the best, and go like a warrior and win the battlefield. That is slogan for you. Okay, bye bye, all the best.
Now I am going to invite our Executive Dean, Sri Chaitanya Gosala, Executive Dean KSR sir. Please come sir. Please say a few strategies for the students who are going to the NEET examination sir. Please sir.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. So May 7th 2 to 5:20 p.m. NEET ఎగ్జామ్ జరగబోతా ఉంది. ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ స్టూడెంట్స్ యొక్క ప్రిపరేషన్ అంతా కూడా కంప్లీట్ అయింది. అఫ్ కోర్స్ చాలామందిది అయితే ఎప్పటికీ హర్రీ బరీగా చేసుకునే పరిస్థితి కానీ ఎంటైర్ శ్రీ చైతన్య సిస్టంలో చాలా ప్రీ ప్లాన్డ్గా ప్రోగ్రామ్ డిజైన్ చేయడం జరుగుతూ ఉంది. కాబట్టి దీనిలో రెగ్యులర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత 5 months రివిజన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్, అది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత 1 month కన్సాలిడేషన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్, ఇలా డిఫరెంట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్తో స్టూడెంట్స్ని స్ట్రెంథన్ చేయడం జరిగిందండి. సో ఇవాళ రోజున స్టూడెంట్స్ అందరూ కూడా చాలా కంఫర్టబుల్ పొజిషన్లో, చాలా కాన్ఫిడెంట్గా ఇంటర్నల్గా జరుగుతున్నటువంటి ఎంటైర్ శ్రీ చైతన్య సిస్టంలో గ్రాండ్ టెస్టుల్లో శ్రీ చైతన్య విజయవాడ గోశాల క్యాంపస్ల యొక్క పిల్లల పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ వచ్చినప్పటితో పోల్చుకుంటే ఇవాళ రోజున చాలా అద్భుతంగా ఉంది. అది ఇక్కడ చదువుతున్నటువంటి పిల్లల పేరెంట్స్తో మాట్లాడినా, పిల్లలతో మాట్లాడినా దేశంలో ఉన్న ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళకి కూడా చాలా క్లారిటీ వస్తుందండి. దీనిలో మేము వేరే విధంగా చెప్పాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. పిల్లలు ఇక్కడ 2 years బ్యాక్ జాయిన్ అయినప్పుడు బిగినింగ్ డేస్లో వాళ్ళ పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్కి ఇవాళ రోజున ఉన్నటువంటి వాళ్ళ పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్కి ఆ గ్రోత్, ఫినామినల్ గ్రోత్ అయితే కనిపిస్తూ ఉంటుంది. ఇది ఎలా చెప్పగలుగుతున్నామంటే ఈ రోజున ఏ గ్రాండ్ టెస్ట్ జరిగినా 720కి 720 మార్క్స్, 715, మోర్ దాన్ 700 మార్క్స్ తెచ్చుకునేటువంటి పిల్లలు మోర్ దాన్ 20-25 అలా ఉంటున్నారు. అంటే ఇచ్చినటువంటి క్వాలిటీ స్టాఫ్ సైడ్ నుంచి కానీ, అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ సైడ్ నుంచి కానీ, కామన్గా కరికులం కానీ ఇదంతా కూడా చాలా సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయటం వలన ఈ రోజున పిల్లలందరూ అంత చాలా కంఫర్టబుల్ పొజిషన్లో ఎటువంటి ఎగ్జామ్ పెట్టినా, అంటే మనం ఒరిజినల్గా నీట్ ఎగ్జామ్తో కంపారిటివ్గా చూసిన 10 to 15% డిఫికల్టీ లెవెల్ శ్రీ చైతన్య ఇంటర్నల్ పేపర్స్లో ఎక్కువ ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా స్టూడెంట్స్ యొక్క పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఆ విధంగా ఉంటా ఉందండి. మరి ఇంత బ్రహ్మాండంగా రిజల్ట్ పిల్లలు తెచ్చుకోవడంలో మేజర్గా ఫస్ట్ స్టూడెంట్స్ యొక్క వర్క్ కల్చర్ డెవలప్ అవడమే కాకుండా క్వాలిటీ టీచర్సు, క్వాలిటీ గైడెన్స్, క్వాలిటీ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్తో పాటుగా క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ యొక్క క్వాలిటీ, దానిలో స్టూడెంట్స్ చేసినటువంటి ఎర్రర్స్ని రెక్టిఫై చేసుకునే విధంగా పిల్లలకి గైడెన్స్ ఇవ్వడమే కాకుండా ఆ ఎర్రర్స్ అన్నిటినీ కూడా ఏ ఏరియాలో అయితే స్టూడెంట్స్ ఎగ్జామ్స్లో మిస్టేక్స్ కమిట్ అవుతున్నారో అవి రెక్టిఫై చేసుకునే విధంగా స్టూడెంట్ యొక్క ఫీలింగ్స్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని టీచర్ యొక్క ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ను ఉపయోగించి దాన్ని రెక్టిఫై చేసుకోవడానికి ఏ విధమైనటువంటి ఇంటర్నల్ అసైన్మెంట్స్ ఇచ్చుకోవాలో ఆ విధంగా శ్రీ చైతన్య గోశాలలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఫ్యాకల్టీ మొత్తం కూడా స్టూడెంట్స్కి ఈ రోజున ఇంత గ్రోత్ రావడానికి మేజర్గా బ్యాక్ సపోర్ట్ ఆ విధంగా ఉండటమే కాకుండా దానికి తగిన విధంగా స్టూడెంట్ నేను సాధించాలి, నేను ఢిల్లీ ఎయిమ్స్కి వెళ్ళాలి, బిలో 10లో ఉండాలి, ఆల్ ఇండియా లెవెల్లో ఓపెన్ కేటగిరీలో బిలో 10, బిలో 100, బిలో 200 ఇటువంటి అద్భుతమైనటువంటి ర్యాంక్స్ తెచ్చుకోవాలి అనే ఒక స్ట్రాంగ్ డిజైర్తో వర్క్ చేశారు. కాబట్టి ఈ రోజున అంత బ్రహ్మాండమైన మార్క్స్ 720కి 720, 715 మీద ఒక 5-6, 710 మార్క్స్ మీద ఒక 10-15 మంది, అలా 700 పైన ఓవరాల్గా విజయవాడ వరకు తీసుకుంటే కనుక ఒక 35-40 మెంబర్స్ ఉంటే దానిలో శ్రీ చైతన్య విజయవాడ గోశాల క్యాంపస్లోనే అరౌండ్ 25 మెంబర్స్ ఉంటున్నారంటే వాళ్ళ క్వాలిటీ ఏ విధంగా ఇంప్రూవ్ అయింది, వాళ్ళ వర్క్ కల్చర్ ఎంత బ్రహ్మాండంగా ఉందనేది మీరు అర్థం చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇక నెక్స్ట్ ఇక మిగిలింది 2 days మాత్రమే. సో మధ్యలో అంటే యాక్చువల్గా ఈ 2 daysలో స్పెషల్ స్ట్రాటజీ ఏంటి, స్టూడెంట్ ఏ విధంగా ఉండాలి, ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు కొత్తగా నేర్చుకునేది ఏమీ లేదు. అయితే స్టూడెంట్స్లో చాలామంది ఏం చెప్తారంటే నాకు టెన్షన్గా ఉంది, సో భయం వేస్తూ ఉంది, ఇటువంటి మాటలు చెబుతూ ఉంటారు. అయితే ఇక్కడ క్యాంపస్లో ఉన్నటువంటి పిల్లలకైతే డెఫినెట్గా మేమందరం కూడా గైడ్ చేయటం, మోటివేట్ చేయటం, ఏ విధంగా ఉండాలి ఈ 2 days అనేది చెప్పడం జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. కొంతమంది ఇంటి దగ్గర ఉన్నటువంటి పిల్లలకి, అదేవిధంగా బయట ఉన్నటువంటి పిల్లలకి కూడా ఈ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ పడుతుందనే ఉద్దేశంతో మేము ఈ మీటింగ్ అరేంజ్ చేయడం జరిగిందండి. సో ఈ 2 daysలో స్టూడెంట్ ఎవ్వరు కూడా కొత్తగా సబ్జెక్ట్ ఏదో చదవాలని, కొత్తగా క్వశ్చన్స్కి ఆన్సర్స్ నేర్చుకోవాలని ఆలోచించకూడదు. ఇంతవరకు ఏదైతే ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యారో దాన్ని మళ్ళీ రివైజ్ చేసుకోవడం, సాధ్యమైనంత వరకు రివైజ్ చేసుకోవడం. దానిలో ఎక్కువగా మర్చిపోవడానికి అవకాశం ఉన్నటువంటి మెమరీ బేస్డ్ పాయింట్స్ కానీ, సైంటిఫిక్ నేమ్స్ కానీ, సైంటిస్టుల నేమ్స్ కానీ, అదే కెమిస్ట్రీలో అయితే ఆర్గానిక్ రియాక్షన్స్ కానీ, రియేజెంట్స్ కానీ, సో అదేవిధంగా కెమికల్ యొక్క కలర్స్, సాల్ట్స్ యొక్క కలర్స్, ఇటువంటివి కానీ, అంటే ఇనార్గానిక్ కెమిస్ట్రీలో మర్చిపోవడానికి అవకాశం ఉన్నటువంటి ఏరియాస్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో అటువంటి రివైజ్ చేసుకోవడం. ఫిజిక్స్ లాంటి సబ్జెక్ట్ అయితే కనుక ఫార్ములాస్ అన్నీ కూడా ఒకసారి రివైజ్ చేసుకోవడమే తప్పితే కొత్తగా ఏదో నేర్చుకుందాము, సో ఇది మొత్తం రేపు ఎగ్జామ్లో వస్తుందేమోనని ఫీల్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఎందుకంటే ఒక రకంగా ఫైనల్ నీట్ ఎగ్జామ్ అనేది శ్రీ చైతన్య ఇంటర్నల్ ఎగ్జామ్స్లో ఇచ్చినటువంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ యొక్క కాంబినేషన్గానే ఫైనల్ నీట్ పేపర్ ఉంటుంది తప్పితే ఎంటైర్లీ డిఫరెంట్గా, ఆడ్గా ఉంటుందని ఫీల్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ప్రతి స్టూడెంట్ కూడా ప్రతి సబ్జెక్ట్లో అరౌండ్ 35 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆన్సర్ చేసే విధంగానే ఉంటాయి. అయితే ఎగ్జామినేషన్ టైంలో రకరకాల ఎగ్జామినేషన్ ఫోబియా కానీ, లేదా టెన్షన్ వస్తుందని కానీ, ఇటువంటి ఆలోచనలతో క్వశ్చన్ రీడింగ్ దగ్గర, క్వశ్చన్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ దగ్గర చిన్న అప్లికేషన్స్ అడిగితే చూసుకోకుండా, ఆప్షన్స్ అన్నీ చదవకుండా ఆన్సర్ చేయటం, లేదా ఫైనల్గా ఆన్సర్ చేసే విధానం కొత్త పద్ధతిలో ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్లో చేయటం వలన స్టూడెంట్స్కి చాలా డ్యామేజ్ జరగడానికి అవకాశం ఉంది. సో ఏది కూడా కొత్తగా ఫాలో అవ్వకుండా ఇప్పటి వరకు ఏదైతే ఏ విధానంలో అయితే ఎగ్జామ్స్ రాశారో, ఏ విధానంలో అయితే ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్కి ఇంటర్నల్గా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశారో అదే విధంగా ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్ కూడా అటెంప్ట్ చేయాలి. ఎందుకంటే జనరల్గా బైపీసీలో ఈ నీట్ ఎగ్జామ్కి పిల్లలు ఫస్ట్ ప్రయారిటీ బయాలజీ, సెకండ్ ప్రయారిటీ కెమిస్ట్రీ, లాస్ట్ ప్రయారిటీ ఫిజిక్స్కి ఇస్తారు. సో అదేవిధంగా చెయ్యండి అని గైడ్ చేయడం కూడా జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. దానికి రీజన్ ఏంటంటే బయాలజీ సబ్జెక్ట్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ మెమరీ బేస్డ్, అదేవిధంగా కెమిస్ట్రీలో కూడా ఎక్కువ పార్ట్ మెమరీ బేస్డ్. సో కాబట్టి ముందుగా ఇది క్వశ్చన్ చదవగానే వాళ్ళ బ్రెయిన్ నుంచి విత్ ఇన్ నో టైం ఆన్సర్ వచ్చే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. అది ఫస్ట్ ప్లేస్లో ఉందా, సెకండ్ ప్లేస్లో ఉందా, థర్డ్ ప్లేసా, ఫోర్త్ ప్లేసా అని చూసి ఆన్సర్ గుర్తుపెట్టడమే కానీ దానికి సాల్వ్ చేయడానికి కొంత ప్రొసీజర్ అంటూ ఏమి ఉండదు. సో కాబట్టి వాళ్ళ బ్రెయిన్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మొత్తాన్ని కూడా దించేసుకుంటే, అంటే ఆ క్వశ్చన్స్కి ఆన్సర్ చేసేస్తే సో మైండ్ ఫ్రీ అయిపోతూ ఉంటుంది. సో కాబట్టి అందుకని ఇవి మెమరీలో ఉండేటువంటి సబ్జెక్ట్ కాబట్టి ముందుగా బయాలజీ అండ్ కెమిస్ట్రీ కంప్లీట్ చేసుకోమని జనరల్గా గైడ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. ఇక చివరిగా ఫిజిక్స్ చేయమంటంలో ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే ఫిజిక్స్లో ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ అన్నీ కూడా అంటే ఒక 4 to 8 క్వశ్చన్స్ తప్పించి మిగతా అన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా ప్రాబ్లమ్సే అవుతాయి. సో ఇక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం దగ్గరికి వచ్చేసరికి ఏంటంటే లెంత్ కూడా ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఆ ప్రాబ్లం సాల్వ్ చేయడానికి కావలసిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ స్టూడెంట్కి ఉండాలి కాబట్టి, ఆ డేటా అంతా ఉండాలి కాబట్టి క్వశ్చన్ యొక్క లెంత్ 2 lines ఆర్ 3 lines ఆర్ మోర్ దాన్ 3 lines ఉండే అవకాశం ఉంది. ఆ క్వశ్చన్ మొత్తం చదవటం, ఏ డేటా ఇచ్చారో నోట్ చేసుకోవడం, దానిలో యూనిట్స్ ఉంటే కనుక కన్వర్ట్ చేసుకోవాల్సినవి కన్వర్ట్ చేసుకోవడం, తర్వాత ఫార్ములా రాయడం, వాల్యూ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయడం, సింప్లిఫై చేయడం, తర్వాత కానీ ఆన్సర్ వచ్చే అవకాశం లేదు. సో ఇంత ప్రాసెస్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఇది బిగినింగ్లోనే ఫిజిక్స్ అనేది చేస్తే స్టూడెంట్ బ్రెయిన్ ఎగ్జాస్ట్ అయ్యే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి చివరిలో ఆన్సర్ చేసుకోండి అని చెప్తాం. అంతేకాకుండా ఎగ్జామ్ రాసేటప్పుడు సో వితిన్ 3 hours టైంలో లేదా 3 hours and 20 minutes టైంలో సో 200 క్వశ్చన్స్ చదవాలి. ఆన్సర్ చేయాల్సింది 180 క్వశ్చన్సే. సో కాబట్టి ఆ 180 క్వశ్చన్స్కి ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి అంటే డెఫినెట్గా స్పీడ్ అండ్ యాక్యురసీ చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్, దానిలో డౌటే లేదు. మరి ఈ స్పీడ్ అనేది ఇంతకాలం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశారు కాబట్టి ఆ చదివేటప్పుడు ఆ స్పీడ్లో క్వశ్చన్ రీడింగ్లో ఏ విధమైనటువంటి మిస్టేక్ ఉండకూడదు. దానికి పిల్లలందరికీ కూడా బిగినింగ్ నుంచి ఆ క్వశ్చన్లో కీవర్డ్ అండర్లైన్ చేసుకోవడం లేదా రౌండ్ ఆఫ్ చేయటం, ఆప్షన్స్ అన్నీ చదివే విధంగా ట్రైన్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. అదే పద్ధతి ఇప్పుడు ఫాలో అవుతూ ఉంటారు. అంతేకాకుండా ఏదైనా మధ్యలో తెలియని క్వశ్చన్స్, లెందీ క్వశ్చన్స్, కొంచెం టైం తీసుకునేటువంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏవైనా కనుక వస్తే అవి స్కిప్ అయి వెళ్ళి ఆన్సర్ చేయండి అని చెబుతూ ఉంటాం. అలా స్కిప్ అయి వెళ్ళినటువంటి క్వశ్చన్స్కి ఆ సబ్జెక్ట్ కంప్లీట్ అయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ బ్యాక్ రాకుండా మిగతా సబ్జెక్టులు కూడా ఫస్ట్ ఫేజ్లో బాటనీ, జువాలజీ, ఫిజిక్స్, కెమిస్ట్రీ మొత్తం కంప్లీట్ అయిన తర్వాత ఏవైతే క్వశ్చన్స్ మనం వదిలేసి వచ్చామో ఆ క్వశ్చన్స్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి. అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 10th క్వశ్చన్ డిఫికల్టీగా అనిపించింది, 11th, 12th, 13th క్వశ్చన్ చేసిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఆ 10th క్వశ్చన్ దగ్గరికి రాకూడదు. అలా వచ్చారు అంటే దాని ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే 11th, 12th, 13th క్వశ్చన్స్ చదివేటప్పుడు కూడా కొంత 10th క్వశ్చన్ గురించి ఆలోచిస్తూ ఉంటారు కాబట్టి ఇవి ఈజీ క్వశ్చన్స్ అయినా క్వశ్చన్ రీడింగ్లో యాక్యురసీ లేకపోవడం, ఆప్షన్స్ అన్నీ చదవకుండా నియర్ ఆప్షన్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టడం వలన స్టూడెంట్కి లాస్ జరిగే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. సో కాబట్టి ఈ 2 రోజులు కూడా స్టూడెంట్స్ వర్క్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఖచ్చితంగా ఆ స్పీడ్ తోటి, యాక్యురసీ తోటి ఇంకా 1 or 2 ఎగ్జామ్స్ రాసిన అదే పద్ధతిలో కనుక చేస్తే డెఫినెట్గా స్టూడెంట్ యొక్క పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ మ్యాక్సిమైజ్ అయ్యేటువంటి పరిస్థితి ఉంటుంది. దాంట్లో ఎటువంటి డౌట్ లేదు. సో దీనికి స్టూడెంట్స్ అంతా చేయాల్సింది ఏంటంటే ఈ 2 రోజులు ఇంతకుముందు ఏదైతే చదివారో అవన్నీ మరొకసారి సాధ్యమైనంత వరకు రివైజ్ చేసుకోవడం, దాంతోపాటు మెమరీ బేస్డ్ పాయింట్స్ కానీ, ఫార్ములాస్ కానీ, రియాక్షన్స్ కానీ, రియేజెంట్స్ కానీ ఇటువంటి ఏవైనా మర్చిపోవడానికి అవకాశం ఉంటాయి అనుకున్నటువంటి మళ్ళీ రివైజ్ చేసుకొని ఎగ్జామ్కి కూల్గా, ప్లెజెంట్గా, ప్రజెన్స్ ఆఫ్ మైండ్తో కనుక మీరు ఎగ్జామ్ రాస్తే మీ స్కోర్స్ డెఫినెట్గా మ్యాక్సిమం స్కోర్స్ తెచ్చుకోవడానికి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. సో అంతేకాకుండా ఎగ్జామ్ పేపర్ ఎలా ఉంటుందో, కష్టంగా ఉంటుందేమో ఇటువంటి ఆలోచనలతో దయచేసి ఎవ్వరూ కూడా వెళ్ళొద్దు. అసలు క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ గురించి ఆలోచించడం వదిలేసేయండి. ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ డిఫికల్టీ అనే దానికి ఆ డిఫికల్టీ లెవెల్ స్టూడెంట్ టు స్టూడెంట్ వ్యారీ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఆ క్వశ్చన్కి అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్కి ఆన్సర్ తెలిస్తేనే మనకి ఈజీ, ఆన్సర్ తెలియకపోతే అంటే ఇంతకుముందు దానికి ఆన్సర్ నేర్చుకొని ఉండకపోతే ఆ క్వశ్చన్ని మనం డిఫికల్టీగా ఫీల్ అవుతూ ఉంటాం తప్పితే సో ఏ క్వశ్చన్ కూడా మరీ అంత డిఫికల్టీగా ఉంటుందని ఫీల్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఒకవేళ మనకి డిఫికల్టీగా ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఇన్నోవేటివ్గా ఉంది, ఇంతవరకు మనం ఎప్పుడు చూడలేదు, కొత్తగా ఫ్రేమ్ చేశారంటే మీకు కొత్తది అయితే ఆల్ ఇండియా లెవెల్లో ఎగ్జామ్ రాసే అందరి పిల్లలకు కూడా అది కొత్తదే అవుతుంది తప్పితే వాళ్ళకి ఫెమిలియారిటీ ఉన్నటువంటి క్వశ్చన్ అయితే అవ్వదు. సో కాబట్టి ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ నీట్ పేపర్ అనేది ఎన్సీఆర్టీ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ బేస్డ్గా క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ ప్రిపేర్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి వాళ్ళు అడిగేటువంటి క్వశ్చన్కి బయాలజీ అండ్ కెమిస్ట్రీలో ఎట్టి పరిస్థితుల్లో టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో ఏదో ఒక పేజీలో ఏదో ఒక పారాగ్రాఫ్లో ఒక సెంటెన్స్ కానీ ఒక వర్డ్ కానీ ఖచ్చితంగా ఆన్సర్ అయి ఉంటుంది. ఫిజిక్స్ అయితే దానిలో ఉన్నటువంటి మోడల్స్ బేస్ చేసుకొని న్యూమరికల్ చేంజెస్తో వస్తుంది తప్పితే కొత్తగా అయితే ఉండదు. కాబట్టి డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, సో ఎగ్జామినేషన్ ఫోబియా దగ్గర పడే కొంది భయం వేస్తుంది అనవసరం, దేనికి భయపడాల్సిన అవసరంలా. మీరు చక్కగా ప్రిపేర్ అయినప్పుడు సో అనవసరంగా ఎగ్జామ్ గురించి ఆలోచించి క్వశ్చన్స్ నాకు తెలియని వస్తాయేమోననేటువంటి ఫీలింగ్తో సహజంగా చిన్నపిల్లలు కాబట్టి అనుకుంటూ ఉంటారు. మీకు ఈ క్వశ్చన్లకి ఆన్సర్ తెలియదని క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ ఇచ్చే వాళ్ళకేం తెలియదు. ఒకవేళ తెలిసిన కొన్ని లక్షల మంది అరౌండ్ 20 lakhs స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆ ఎగ్జామ్ రాస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి 20 lakhs మెంబర్స్కి తెలియకుండా ఉండే విధంగా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇవ్వడం అనేది ఇంపాసిబుల్. ఎందుకు? బేసికల్గా మీరు చదివినటువంటి టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకునే క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తారు కాబట్టి అటువంటి అవకాశమే లేదు. ఇక్కడ ఇంటర్నల్గా మీరు రాసేటువంటి పేపర్స్తో కనుక కంపారిటివ్గా చూసుకుంటే ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్లో మినిమం 30-40 మార్క్స్, మ్యాక్సిమం 100, 120, 130 మార్క్స్ కూడా ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్లో ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకునేటువంటి స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉంటారు. సో మరి అలా భయపడితే కనుక పిల్లలకి ఆ రకమైన మార్క్స్ రావడానికి పాసిబిలిటీ ఉందా అంటే నో అనే చెప్పచ్చు. భయం ఏమి ఉండదు, ఆలోచించాల్సిన అవసరంలా. ఎగ్జామ్ హాల్కి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత, ఎగ్జామ్ హాల్లో ఎంటర్ అయిన తర్వాత కొంచెం మీ సీట్ ఏదైతే అలాట్ చేశారో అక్కడ కూర్చున్న తర్వాత అందరూ కూడా ప్రశాంతంగా ఒక 5 minutes సైలెంట్గా ఒక రకంగా మెడిటేషన్ టైప్లో ఆ విధంగా కూల్గా కూర్చోండి, దేని గురించి ఆలోచించద్దు. ఒకసారి పేపర్ మీకు ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత ఆ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ అన్నీ కూడా క్లియర్గా చదువుకొని తర్వాత పేపర్ ఓపెన్ చేయమన్నప్పుడు 2 o'clock ఓపెన్ చేయమని చెబుతారు. ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పుడు మీరు స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే సో దానిలో మీకు ఇచ్చినటువంటి కోడ్స్, రకరకాల కోడ్స్ ఉండొచ్చు. ABCD అంటారు ఒక చోట, ఒక్కో చోట అదే PQRS అని ఇస్తారు, అలా డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటాయి. అంటే సపోజ్ ABCD అని ఇస్తే ఏ అనే కోడ్కి ముందుగా ఫిజిక్స్తో స్టార్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు, బి అనే కోడ్ ముందుగా బయాలజీతో స్టార్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు, సి అనే కోడ్ కెమిస్ట్రీతో స్టార్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఇలా రకరకాలుగా ఉంటాయి. లేదా ఇంటర్నల్గా పీక్యూఆర్ కోడ్స్ తీసుకుంటే ఇంటర్నల్గా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ చేయటం కానీ కొన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ మార్చడం కానీ ఇలా ఉండే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది తప్పితే, సో పేపర్ అయితే కనుక క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్నీ ఒకే రకంగా ఉంటాయి, ఆర్డర్ మారుతాయి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ బోటనీ ముందు వచ్చింది పేపరు, దానిలో 2-3 క్వశ్చన్లు డిఫికల్టీగా ఉన్నాయి అనుకుందాం. ఆ ఉన్న క్వశ్చన్సే కొంతమందికి ఫస్ట్ 3-4 క్వశ్చన్స్ అయ్యి ఉండొచ్చు, కొంతమందికి లాస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అయ్యి ఉండొచ్చు అవి. సో కాబట్టి ఎప్పుడైతే అలా మనకి కష్టంగా 2-3 క్వశ్చన్స్ అనిపించినాయో అక్కడి నుంచి స్కిప్ అయి వెళ్ళిపోయి మిగతా క్వశ్చన్స్ చాలా కంఫర్టబుల్గా ఆన్సర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో ఈ విధమైనటువంటి స్ట్రాటజీస్ మీరు ఫాలో అవటం వలన ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్లో ఎటువంటి ఫియర్ లేకుండా మీరు ఏదైతే నేర్చుకున్నారో దానికంటే అక్కడ మ్యాక్సిమం ఎఫర్ట్ పెడతారు కాబట్టి దానికంటే బెస్ట్ మార్క్స్, బెస్ట్ స్కోర్స్, బెస్ట్ ర్యాంక్ తెచ్చుకునేటువంటి అవకాశం 100% ఉంటుంది. ఇది నమ్మండి. కాబట్టి ప్రతి స్టూడెంట్ కూడా 2 సంవత్సరాలు ఎంత చక్కగా ప్రిపేర్ అయినప్పుడు డెఫినెట్గా ఫైనల్గా మీకు వచ్చేటువంటి రిజల్ట్ మీరు ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసేదానికంటే చాలామందికి చాలా బ్రహ్మాండంగా ఉంటుంది. ఇంకోటి, ఎగ్జామ్ హాల్లో ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ మీరు క్యాంపస్లో ప్రిపేర్ అయిన విధంగా ఉండకపోవచ్చు, ఇక్కడ ఎగ్జామ్ హాల్ లాగా ఉండకపోవచ్చు. సో అక్కడ కొత్త ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది. సో అందుకని ఏంటంటే అటువంటి ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ కూడా అలవాటు పడటం కోసం ముందు ఒక 5 minutes మన పరిసరాలను గమనించి సో ప్రశాంతంగా కూల్గా కూర్చుంటే సో నార్మల్ అయిపోద్ది. సో ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్లో మన పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ అద్భుతంగా ఉండటానికి అవకాశం ఉంది. సో అటువంటి రకరకాల స్ట్రాటజీతో క్యాంపస్లో ఉన్నటువంటి పిల్లలు ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యి డిఫరెంట్ కండిషన్స్లో, అంటే ఏసీ రూమ్లో ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా ఏసీలు ఆఫ్ చేసేసి బయట కాలేజీల్లో వాళ్ళకు ఎగ్జామినేషన్ హాల్ ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుందో అటువంటి ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ కూడా పిల్లల్ని అలవాటు చేసి ఇక్కడ పిల్లల్ని ప్రిపేర్ చేయటం వలన వాళ్ళు అన్ని రకాల కండిషన్స్ తట్టుకొని ఎగ్జామ్స్ రాసే విధంగా ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యి ఇంటర్నల్గా ఎగ్జామ్స్లో 720, 715, 710, 705, 700 ఇలా నంబర్ ఆఫ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ తెచ్చుకుంటున్నారు. ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్లో కూడా మీకు కూడా అదే విధంగా మార్కులు రావాలి, వస్తాయని ఆశిస్తూ అందరికీ కూడా మీ అందరికీ కూడా ఐ విష్ యూ ఆల్ ద బెస్ట్. గాడ్ బ్లెస్ యూ. థ్యాంక్ యూ వన్ ఆల్.
Thank you, sir. Whatever the strategies set by our faculty, these are very, very important for the students who are going to the NEET examination. And also, I wish you all the best on the behalf of Sri Chaitanya organization and Sri Chaitanya Gosala. Thank you to one and all.